Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Blair and today's video is kind of a different video for me. I am going to be following a makeup IGTV tutorial from one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram. She's a makeup artist in Texas, I believe, and she'll be moving to New York City here pretty soon, but I just love and adore her makeup styles. It's makeupxka. Makeup by Kellyanne on Instagram, and these are all of her OG favorite products, and I either already own them or I bought the ones that I did not own because I wanted to recreate the look that she did on Instagram. So if you're interested in recreating this look with me, please keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I am prepared for this video. I have notes. Yes, I wrote down notes for this makeup because I literally want to replicate the makeup look she did for her OG products. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna start with some skincare. So the first thing I want to use is this. She is always raving about this. This is by Skyn Iceland. It's the Nordic, let's see, Nordic Renewal Pre and Probiotic Cream. Kind of reminds me, honestly, the consistency of Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, but it does not have the fragrance, but it's just as moisturizing, and it's not as expensive as Magic Cream either. So she is very much into skin prep, and I totally agree. I think that is key to makeup, probably more important than the actual makeup products that you're using. In my opinion, the skin prep is huge. Next, we're gonna use this, which if you watch my videos, this will not be a surprise. She also uses the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. This is a non-negotiable product for me. Okay, I turned the brightness down on my camera. The sun is, of course, going in and out today. Okay, then for the lips, she uses the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I normally put this on at night before I go to bed, not before makeup, but she usually uses it before makeup. And then the final skin prep step that I'm going to do is the Supergoop Glow Screen. You'll see so many products that we're going to use are glowy products. So my face is going to be very, very glowy, but that's my favorite kind of look, so I don't mind it. So I've let this kind of sit for like 5 minutes on my face, and you can see how dewy and shiny my skin looks. But we're about to go in with something, again, very dewy, because she always uses this, and so do I. I love it. The Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And this one is the shade 2.5. I'm not gonna go like super crazy with it because I already have quite a bit of glow going on, but I am gonna put some on my shoulders. I see her do this a lot too. Puts it there and brings it like all the way down the neck and the chest, so everything is nice and cohesive. And then let's see, I'm just gonna use well, actually, now that I think about it, she uses a sponge most of the time. So we're gonna do the sponge. So if you do not like glowy, dewy makeup, you're not gonna like the Glow Screen or the Hollywood Flawless Filter because it is extremely glowy. Okay, next real quickly, I'm gonna put the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish Corrector under my eyes. This is not one of her products. she doesn't use a corrector because she doesn't need it, but I do. So I'm gonna quickly apply this. If you are new here, then you will not know, but I always apply corrector no matter what. And I'm just quickly gonna tap this in. Now we've got our corrector on, and we'll move on to foundation. So her favorite foundation, and one of my favorites as well, is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This is such a pretty natural foundation. And to me, I know it's called Luminous Silk. I don't know if I've talked about this on my channel before, but it's called Luminous Silk, but I swear I don't find it to be that luminous. Like, it's not matte or anything. It's just a very natural skin looking foundation to me. So what she typically does is she has it on her hand. This one that I have is in the shade 5. She gets it on her sponge and goes on her face, which is different than what I typically do. I would normally kind of dot it all over with my finger, and then I would use a brush typically, but she hardly ever uses a brush now that I think about it for foundation that I've seen. So we're gonna do the sponge. One of the things I love about her makeup style is everything that she does is very intentional. She doesn't apply product for no reason. Do you know what I mean? Like, every product she applies it with intention, which I love because I am just not into the whole cakey, apply as much makeup as you possibly can to your face and look like a different person when you're finished. That's just not my style. And that's one of the main reasons that I really love her, is she is very intentional. And if you go watch her videos, she explains, you know, why she uses products, where she uses them, what purpose they serve, and all those kinds of things. Trust me, you guys need to go follow her and you will thank me later. Okay, so there is the foundation. So pretty. My face is definitely super, super glowy. It's definitely not a full coverage. I would say it's definitely more of a medium coverage, but so beautiful. Okay, her Holy Grail concealer is another one of my favorite things in the whole world in terms of a concealer, and it's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So if you've been watching my videos, you will know a while ago, 6 months ago or so, I fell in love with this because I got a new color, and the color was Madeline. Madeline, I still don't know how to say it. But she is always using this color, so this is how dedicated I am. I bought the same color, okay? And I'm gonna try it. Well, actually, I'm gonna mix both of them. She uses the shade Creme Brulee. I'm gonna go in with her shade first. And actually, every time I see her use this color, I always think, you know what? That color looks like it might work well for my skin tone, so we will see. Okay, so typically she blends out her concealer with a sponge. I am personally going to use a brush and then go over it with a sponge. I just like the way that looks on me the best. And sometimes I feel like the sponge picks up a little too much of my product, especially under my eyes, because I need the coverage there. Ooh, this color looks really nice, actually. Let me go in with the sponge and just lightly go over it. Okay, next we're gonna move on to the brows, and she uses the Patrick Ta shaping wax, which I already had, but she uses the tinted one. I always use the clear one. So of course, I got the tinted one because I actually love the clear one, but I was curious to try this since this should add a little bit of color to my brows as well. So we are gonna try this out. And if you're not familiar with this, it is a brow wax that you need to activate with some kind of a mist. So I have a little MAC Fix Plus here. You want to get some on your spoolie and just brush them up. And I feel like I'm gonna love this product because I love the pushed up brow look. I mean, I'm obsessed with that look. And that's why I like the clear wax, but this one with the color, I love it. Especially if I'm honestly thinking about using or getting some of the Grande brow and seeing if that works for my eyebrows, because I really want, and my brows are pretty good on their own, but I have these sparse areas, like I have it up here on this side and kind of in the same place on that side. I wish I could get my brows to grow there. Oh, I'm telling you guys, I said this before when I tried the clear version of this, but this, I've never used anything that held my brows as much as this. Like, you can feel the hold of your brows. I feel like if I could get mine to grow in just like a tiny bit more, I would be so happy with them. But yeah, look how bushy and brushed up that makes your brows look. So if you don't like that look, you're definitely not gonna like that product. But if you do, you will love it. So I'm quickly just gonna go in with a little bit of a pencil. This is the Benefit one. And I'm just gonna very lightly just fill in just a tiny little bit where my brows are sparse out here. Next, we're gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer, and we're gonna use the new Patrick Ta cream and powder contour. I was using this in her OG favorites video, even though this is pretty new. So obviously I wanted to try it. She had the medium shade, so that's the one that I got in She's Sculpted. I almost got the light one, but I don't know. Something about the color of the light I just wasn't super into. I am gonna first go into the cream side, and I'm gonna use this. This is the brush she used in her video, and I have it and love it. It's the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face Brush. I'm gonna dab a little bit on my hand, okay, so I can see what's going on. Okay, so she starts kind of up on her temple and brings it down a little. So I'm just gonna bring some up on my forehead as well. Well, this color is really, really pretty. Love it. Okay, now I want to take my sponge that I used for my face earlier and just kind of go over the edges. And then I'm going to take some on my jawline, blend it down. And we're going to go back in a second with the powder bronzer, but I'm trying to go in the order that she went in. Her order of application is very different from what I would normally do, but she then goes in with this. So this is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder, and she uses the shade Cupcake, which is kind of more of a pinky toned powder. And she uses it with her damp sponge. Okay, first I want to look at my concealer and just make sure there's no like major creases happening. So she gets her powder on her sponge and then kind of blots it off on the palm of her hand. So she goes in under the eyes and kind of down the sides of the nose, and then whatever is left she kind of takes along where she did the bronzer. Now we're going to move on to the eyes, and she keeps, or in this video, she kept the eyes pretty simple. She used the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, which I like. I've had this for quite a while. But she started out with the powder bronzer from the Patrick Ta duo. So I'm going to go into powder bronzer, and we're just going to put this above where we can feel the crease of our eye. And so she brings hers into the inner corner of the eye and kind of connects it to the nose, and she does kind of like a nose contour, which I don't typically do that, but I guess today I'll use it, or I'll try to do it a little. This is a really pretty bronzer shade, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it a little bit more into the inner part of the eye. She also has a good bit, or a lot more lid space than me, because my eyes are very, very hooded, so it's gonna look a little different on my eye shape. But I'm gonna bring a little bit of that down this side, and then I believe she took the Master Mattes palette and she did a shadow wing, which I love. If you watch my videos, you'll know I love a good shadow wing, and she used the chocolate brown and the red brown and mixed the two. So she started in the center of the lid and just kind of stamped right along the lash line, and then she used what was left over on the brush to make her little shadow wing. And you know, the shadow wings for me, I love them so much, but they're definitely hit or miss. Like, what I mean by that is not that sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I mean, like, sometimes they look better than others. Just kind of depends on the day. Especially if you have more of a hooded eye shape, it can be kind of hard sometimes, but we are gonna go with that. Okay, now we're gonna move back to the face, and I'm gonna take the powder bronzer from the Patrick Ta duo, and we're gonna go over the areas where we put the cream earlier. And I'm just using a Real Techniques blush brush for this. I think she used a Makeup Forever brush. I don't have that brush, so I'm just gonna use this one and bring it all the way down my neck. My hair is like not cooperating today. It's freshly washed, and I was trying to make it stay back in a bun because that's how she had her hair in the video, but of course it's just not cooperating with me today. And then for blush, okay, one of the blushes she used I already had, and then one of them I bought. So the one that I already had was She's Sincere, also by Patrick Ta, and it's just a nice neutral peachy blush. She goes in the powder blush first, and she just puts it all over, which this is something I believe Patrick Ta does as well. He always does creams over powders, or he says that you can. Okay, so we're just gonna put this on everywhere, including the nose. This is a really pretty blush, but then she takes a cream blush and she uses one of my favorite cream blushes, but she had a shade that I did not already have, which is Bikini Martini from Fenty. And it's the one that looks really, really scary. It's like a bubblegum pink. But I'm telling you, every time she uses this, it looks so freaking pretty on her. So how she does it is she takes her sponge again and goes right into the blush, pats it off on the back of her hand, and then just pats it on the cheek. And it's pretty. Kind of, or she was saying it kind of reminded her, and I agree, of the Bobbi Brown pale pink blush. And I believe that's a powder blush from Bobbi Brown, but it is really pretty. It's a lot of blush, but I kind of love it. Okay, you guys, my camera keeps overheating. So we just applied the Bikini Martini blush, and I love it. Now we're gonna move on to this, another product she uses and I love also. It's the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. Okay, so in the video she takes the pink and the white highlight and she puts that on her inner corner. And then I believe she took the gold highlight here and put that on her lids right in the center. And then, so I probably don't need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. She uses these and I have them as well. They're the Iconic London highlighter drops in the original shade, and these are very intense. So that is them right there. But she takes her sponge and just taps them on. Then she takes the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara in black brown, and that's something I never do. I do not use, I don't know that I've ever used a black brown mascara that I can think of, but she, in the video, she did not curl her lashes, so I'm not going to. And she used this mascara in black brown. This mascara has a really, really tiny little, really tiny little wand. I do kind of like the brown, actually. She was saying she thought it looked more natural on lighter skin tones, which kind of makes sense. Then, okay, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do this last step because she makes it look so easy, but I'm not very experienced in these lashes, but she is always using these. They're by Kiss and they're the Look So Natural Trio lashes. And they are super, super pretty. I've tried them once or twice and it took me a few times to get them, but they're just very wispy and pretty. And she typically takes a few at the outer corner of her lashes and applies them there. So this may be a mistake, but I think I'm gonna try it because I said I was gonna recreate her look. So I'm gonna go in here and put a little bit of glue. So in here you get short length and medium length. I'm gonna use the short length. Okay, I don't know about that, but okay, let me try another one. It's really, really hard to hold them with these tweezers. And I've had a lot of coffee, which is probably not helping the situation. Okay. I'm gonna try to place this one next to it. Okay, I'm only gonna do 2 because I feel like if I go any crazier, I'm really gonna screw them up. So let me apply these to the other eye and we'll see how it looks. Okay, you guys, it's literally been like 30 minutes. It took me 30 minutes to put on 4 lashes. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it might be my tweezers. I know that she mentioned you really need to use a fresh, new, clean pair of tweezers, and because the issue I have is the lash will not let go from the tweezer. It's like getting stuck, so I can't lay it down. Anyway, I got them on and I love the way they look. I love the look of just 2 on the outer corners, but it was not easy. Okay, moving on to the final step, which is the lips. She, in the video, used KKW Beauty Nude #1, the lip liner, and I know that she also loves Nude Beige from NYX. I'm going to use KKW Nude #1. She has really amazing lips without lip liner, but that is the color she used. And then she used a Tom Ford lipstick, and I believe the shade was Blush Nude or Honey Nude or something like that. I don't have that shade, but I have one similar. It's Blush Honey from Tom Ford. I think the one she used is discontinued. And then I had this, I got it during the Sephora sale because of her, and I love it. It's the Dior Lip Maximizer in the shade 001 Pink. And it's just the perfect light pink gloss. And to me, it's a lot less tingly than like your typical plumping lip glosses. So I'm going to take my hair down and we will finish up this video. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was kind of different for me, but I really wanted to recreate this look because I just love Kellyanne. If you do not follow her, please go follow her. I will link her Instagram below and watch her OG favorites video. There's a part 1 and a part 2, and those were the products that I used today on my face, and I just love her. So if you like this style of makeup, trust me, you want to go follow her and watch all her IGTVs and everything. I just love her. She's so talented. I am going to, hopefully, I don't know if she'll ever see this video, but I'm going to tag her on Instagram or something, and if y'all could tag her as well. I think I'm going to try to take a picture to post on Instagram and then tag her. Maybe comment and tag her in the comments as well, so maybe she'll see this video. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I do love how the makeup turned out. I think the combination of these products and all the layers are what make it so pretty. It's not cakey looking. It looks very natural, but naturally enhanced makeup. I don't know how to explain it, but I love it. I think it's so beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and go follow me and Kellyanne on Instagram. My Instagram is @simply.blair. Hers is makeupxka. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Remember, simply be you.